right, have a seat. We already did that, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, so give me the other version.
I need to do Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs too.
Let me see. Oh, I'm only going to do one today. We can do the other one tomorrow. So show me that you're ready. Parker, scooch up, please. So we were talking about Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and there were two different versions. We read this one last time, right?
Yeah.
So on this one, there was Goldilocks, and there was Three Bears. At the beginning, it kind of said she was a little naughty girl, and she didn't really listen. And then she did the porridge. They went on a bike ride while they were waiting for their porridge to cool. She tried them all. She made a very big mess. Then you need to go somewhere that you can't see. She made a big mess. She sat in their chair. She broke this one. What did the word say? Broke this one. Oh, until the chair fell completely to pieces. And then she went ahead and she tried their beds. Too hard, too soft. And then she went in the baby bear's bed. It was so messy, but she still fell asleep. And the bears came home. Look how they looked. They were all dressed in really pretty fancy clothes. And then they noticed something's not quite right. And then Papa Bear said, I can tell somebody's been sleeping in my bed. And then Baby Bear said, somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there. And they're not very happy. She woke up, she looked pretty frightened, and she went out the window, right? And it says, and she never went back there again. She was nervous. All right? So that's what happened with that one. Allison, can you put that one back? Now, this one, we might have some similarities, some things that are the same, but we might actually have some differences. Right now, sit on your bottom. Close your eyes. Let's do one balloon breath. In. Out. Put your hands in your lap. Eyes watching. Ears listening. Voices quiet. Body still. Sit on your bottom, please. Thank you. This is called Goldilocks and your bottom. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, retold and illustrated by Valerie Gorbachev. See the Three Bears. Already you can tell a difference. They look different, don't they? But similarity, because there's three of them. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a little cottage in the woods. There was a great big father bear, a middle-sized mother bear, and a wee small baby bear. One morning, the bears decided to go for a walk in the woods while the breakfast porridge cooled. We talked before about what porridge was, right? Kind of like cereal, oatmeal, hot cereal, yep. While they were gone, a little girl named Goldilocks came past their cottage. She peeked in the window. When she saw that no one was home, she went inside. There on the table sat 3 bowls of porridge. The porridge smelled so delicious that Goldilocks just had to have some. This Goldilocks looked different than she did have yellow hair. Sometimes they call your hair your locks, and she had golden hair, Goldilocks. So that's where she got her name. First she tried the porridge in the great big father bear, the great big bowl, but it was too hot. Next she tried the porridge in the middle-sized mother bear's middle-sized bowl, but it was too cold. Then she tried the porridge in the wee small baby bear's wee small bowl, and it was just right. So she ate it all up. When she had finished the porridge, Goldilocks wandered into the sitting room where she found the Three Bears' chairs. First she tried the great big father bear's great big chair. It was too hard. Next she tried the middle-sized mother bear's middle-sized chair, but it was too soft. Then she tried the wee small baby bear's wee small chair, and it was just right. So Goldilocks sat down in the chair. So this time, instead she went in the sitting room. In the last book, do you remember what their sitting room, their living room was called? It was something like parlor. Remember we talked about parlor? We said that was probably like their living room. She said they went into the sitting room. Well, that makes sense. So she has the chairs. What happened to the chair?
It broke.
And she broke it all to bits. Then Goldilocks went upstairs where she found the Three Bears' beds. First she tried the great big father bear's great big bed, but it was too hard. Next she tried the middle-sized mother bear's bed, but it was too soft. Then she tried the wee small baby bear's wee small bed, and it was just right. So Goldilocks lay down and fell fast asleep. No sooner had Goldilocks fallen asleep than the Three Bears returned home. Their walk had made them very hungry, so they hurried right into the kitchen. Goldilocks had left the spoon in the Great Big Father Bear's porridge. "Someone's been eating my porridge," said the Great Big Father Bear in his great big voice. Then the middle-sized Mother Bear saw the spoon had been left in her bowl of porridge too. "Someone's been eating my porridge," said the middle-sized Mother Bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee small baby bear looked at his bowl of porridge. "Someone's been eating my porridge," cried the wee small baby bear in his wee small voice. "And they've eaten it all up." The three bears hurried into the sitting room. Goldilocks had knocked the pillow off the Great Big Father Bear's great big chair. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said the Great Big Father Bear in his great big voice. The pillows on the mother-sized bear had been moved too. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized mother in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee small baby bear looked at the chair. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," cried the wee small bear in his wee small voice. "And they've broken it all to bits." Then the three bears went upstairs. Goldilocks had messed up the covers on the Great Big Father Bear's bed. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," said the Great Big Father Bear in his great big voice. The covers on the middle-sized Mother Bear's bed had been messed up too. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," said the middle-sized Mother Bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee small baby bear looked in his bed. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," cried the wee small baby bear in his wee small voice. "And there she is!" Goldilocks woke with a start. She leapt out of the bed, jumped through the window, clambered down from the roof, and ran just as fast as she could go. What happened to Goldilocks afterwards? No one knows. The three bears never saw her again, and they lived happily ever after in the cottage in the woods. The end. So, tell an elbow buddy next to you, what are some things that were the same about this story and the other story? What was the same?